I had mentioned earlier you're in the RetroMania game. You mentioned you're not a big video gaming guy, but the only old school game that I really play, old school wrestling game that I care to play, is WrestleFest, and this is the spiritual successor to that. How did this come about that you would be in that game?
Yeah, so I want to say it was like the day or the day after Brian and I got released, we were contacted to be in the game. And I'm like, wait, this is the official sequel
Yeah.
to WrestleFest? I'm in. Sign me up.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care what the logistics are, what the contract says. I probably signed my life away. I don't even know it. But to be in the official sequel, I'm in, baby.
It's such a fun, colorful, bright, vivid game too. That's what I loved so much about it. It was so perfect. WrestleFest was exemplary of that era and why I loved it so much, because like Jake the Snake Robertson in like his bright green, Ultimate Warrior with all that paint. You got Hogan in the red and yellow. It was such a contrast to everything else that was going on at the time, and I really liked that. So, did you do much stuff for WWE video games? Did you ever have to do like motion capture, voiceovers, anything like that?
So I did motion capture actually like while I was in Deep South Wrestling and WWE Developmental. So I was doing like the moves and stuff like that and like entrances, but I never did any motion capture like for like Zack Ryder stuff. But like, listen, like I thought it was cool every time I was in a game. I loved it, you know, for sure. Like just because I'm not into it doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. I totally appreciate it. I know it's a big deal. We have the Game Marks podcast on the Major Pod Network. I get it. It's just like the game's just too hard for me.
Fair.
Yeah.
I get it, especially modern day. And I was, when I was a kid, I was like, I'll just adapt with the times. No, I did not adapt with the times whatsoever.
Yeah, like so I got N64. So like after N64 is where I really like get out of it, where it just gets, it's almost like too time consuming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like play these games and stuff like that. And I remember once we were in the first, whatever video game first came out that we were in, I went and bought like an Xbox and like I got killed. Like, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I sold it to Kofi Kingston, actually, the Xbox and all the games that I bought.